Is this stupid? I feel like this is kind of stupid. Yo, it's your boy Mick to the Gay, M.C.I.K, Lieutenant Gay, Lieutenant Mick. Welcome back, everyone. My name's M.C.I.K or CJ. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Scourge in Warframe. This is the brand new primary weapon that came out in the update Chains of Horror, and we're going to take a look at the build, take a look at the stats, the modding, the polarities, all of that in today's video. So if you are wanting a decent build for it, you came to the right video. Honestly, no. You know what? You probably didn't. If you want a better build, just check literally anyone else out. I just like having fun with the build. I don't like taking things too seriously. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I like to just have fun in Warframe. And if I can't have fun, then I will uninstall that bitch with no hesitation. So yeah, we recently just got done leveling it up, and I wanted to make a video kind of talking about it, going over the stats, and kind of building it live. I've never done that before, so I was like, you know what? Let's see if people want to see the process of how I do my builds and how I kind of figure out what I want to do. And I do go into the simulation room quite often to figure out the best way to get a certain build for a certain faction and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be going over all that and more. But first, let's take a look at actually how to get the Scourge. So if you go to the market, as you guys can see, you cannot buy the blueprint here. Actually, what you can do is you can buy the weapon itself with an Aroken Catalyst already installed, meaning you don't have to get one and put it on manually. It'll already be built in, which is perfect. And it's 240 platinum, which honestly, it's not terribly overpriced. It's on a very thin line. It's a little bit overpriced, but it is a very good weapon, to be honest. This is a staff weapon, so it's going to have an alternate fire mechanism as well. You can throw the staff and it'll have a different effect, but we'll get into that later. I want to talk about how to actually get the Scourge. So if you don't feel like spending the platinum, you can go over to the Tenno Lab Research, which is going to be over in your dojo. All you got to do is make sure that you are in a clan that has a lot of active players that can contribute, and all you got to do is start a project, which is right here in the Tenno Lab Research, and start the project for that. Contribute stuff, whatever the players, whatever the requirements are, and contribute what you can. And then after that, you'll be able to replicate the blueprint, and it'll send it right over to your foundry in your ship. Once it's there, all you gotta do is basically just click OK on building it, and you'll be good to go. So the Scourge does have a mastery rank lock. So if you don't know what this means, basically you have to be a certain mastery rank in order to use this weapon and to actually obtain it, and that is mastery rank 6. So if you guys are below that, just so you know, you're not gonna be able to use it unless you rank up faster. So the way you do that is just by getting more weapons and leveling them up and increasing your mastery rank. But yeah, 6 is the limit, so make sure you guys are 6 or higher to use this weapon. One of the greatest things about the Scourge is that it has a bit of a blast AoE effect when it hits a target. It does a lot of corrosive damage, and that is the base element. If you guys are wondering, it does basically corrosive damage, which is great for shredding armored units, take them out a lot faster, which is great, and it has a bit of a splash effect, like I said. So yeah, the primary fire mechanism is on point, but the throwing is great too. It also does a little bit more damage, it has better stats, and also there's a small little effect it'll have if it is close to an enemy and this thing is stuck in the wall or something next to an enemy. It will create a bullet attractor on the enemy's head, basically making it easier to get headshots on those enemies. So I'll explain that and show you that in the simulation room later. But honestly, overall, the stats on this thing are pretty damn solid. Accuracy is 100%, of course, because it is a staff. It's going to shoot basically wherever you're aiming it at. The critical chance is very low at 2%. Not a great critting weapon, but an amazing status weapon. Status chance is 30%, which is very large. And yeah, the corrosive damage is at 60 at base. The throwing is a little bit less at 50, but I mean, you don't really need to worry about that too much. Especially when you go modding for full corrosive, it won't really matter too much. The great thing about the throwing, though, is that it does a lot of impact damage. 455 damage and 122 slash damage. So this thing really can throw and hit hard. Overall, though, like I said, the stats are not mediocre by any means. Honestly, this has to be my favorite one out of the 3 staffs, the staff rifles. They are all pretty damn good in their own ways, but this one, this has to be my favorite one so far. So it is leveled up to 30. We have all the stuff we need to on it. I haven't formed once. I just thought I'd get it all the way to 30 and see how it's looking at that point. So the polarities that we have is a dash polarity and a V polarity. This is going to be really helpful because we need to get elements on here to help more corrosive, to build more corrosive damage up, and of course, base damage mods. I had kind of a small build. I didn't really do much with it while leveling. I just kind of put some mods on it. But I mean, the basics are these two. These two are definitely necessary. And I thought I would put heavy caliber on there, but I kind of like the accuracy. I know it wouldn't take it down too much. I know I should probably put heavy caliber on there, but I'm not a huge fan of the decrease in accuracy. So I might just leave it off there and just build for full corrosive and some other elements. But yeah, what I mean by the dash polarity here is that you can put on Stormbringer and you can also put on Infected Clip, and that will increase the corrosive by quite a bit. So now we are at 6,596 corrosive damage, which is ridiculous. And that is for the throwing. And of course for the main charge, that is 845, which is great. And we can go even further than that. We can go and add high voltage and malignant force to give us 1,208 corrosive for the main firing, and for the secondary we have 10,826 corrosive damage. So it's just ridiculous. We can even use Firestorm on this, which is pretty unique in my opinion. I think that can be really helpful too, to increase the blast radius of the corrosive. But I'm only able to fit on these many mods, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna you know what, I got the platinum. You know what, I'm gonna form this and yep, okay, alright.
Put a hole in a nigga like SpongeBob, your niggas rock bottom at the bus stop.
So I decided to go for 2 forma because I couldn't fit anything on that I needed to. We got a dash and a V here. So now what I was thinking of doing was just adding, of course, Malignant Force and High Voltage. Infected Clip, Stormbringer, we got a corrosive combo right here. And then I was thinking of adding on, since we don't, I really want 100% status chance with this weapon. I mean, I probably don't need it, but I think I really want it more than anything. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's hop over to the simulation room, though. We got 2 formulas. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. I might add more later. I thought about Shred for more fire rate, or I don't know. I just thought the extra cold proc would be pretty good. It also brings it up to status chance up to a 96.9% status chance. 69, you can't argue with that. All right, now we're going to go test it out in the simulation room and see how it holds up against higher level units like heavy gunners and whatnot with a lot of armor. I mean, it has corrosive as its main damage proc, so it should just do fantastic. But I don't know. We'll have to find out. All right, let's start it off with a corrupted, your boy, corrupted heavy. Oh my god, I want to kill myself. Level 135, corrupted heavy gunner. We have the build I just showed you: cold, corrosive, and damage. No heavy caliber. I didn't feel like going heavy caliber, so we'll see how it goes. So we're just gonna go for headshots only. Let's see how this does. Alright. Armor shred. Damn. That was actually really fast. It almost took an entire clip up, but like that was fairly fast. I don't know what's gonna be the best for this build for damage output wise. Corrosive, of course, is a definite for armored units and whatnot. But maybe instead of cold, we can at least try out. We can at least give heavy caliber a run for its money to see how it does. It's gonna probably deal less damage simply because I don't have any more element mods, just the ones I have for corrosive, but that's okay. And you know what? I think I like the 100% status chance better, or 96 or whatever, because it does shred the armor a lot faster. Oh, you know what? That's actually not. Oh, you know what? Heavy caliber totally does. That totally does deal more damage. I'm definitely gonna put the heavy caliber on there, but that means I need to put on another mod like a cryo rounds or something. So alright, another formula later. We're back, and so I've decided to change the build up a little bit. The last mod that I decided to go with was Shred, which is gonna add more fire rate, which is gonna increase the DPS, damage per second, and this is also gonna add some punch through, because I don't believe this thing has an innate punch through it, which means it's not gonna be able to go through enemies. And as for the rest, I just went with Malignant Force, high voltage, corrosive, damage, D3 or damage, corrosive, and then Shred. Is there a better build? Please inform me. Leave it in the comments what you guys think I should change out. I'm always open for suggestions. I don't have the best builds, but as for now, this is the final build. These mods right here. You can get yourself a nice juicy look. I tried it out already once, and I think it did pretty decent though. It does shred the armor quite fast. Look at this, and bam, armor shredded. So this is a fantastic armor shredder. Like Jesus. I mean, the status is pretty high, so I really am not surprised at all. Damage though isn't the greatest. I think it's mainly corrosive, which is understandable. It doesn't deal a lot of damage. It's good to have weapons that have main damage types like slash, puncture, or impact. And then on top of that, I have corrosive, because the corrosive can shred the armor while the other stuff is dealing damage. This is just corrosive, which is it's kind of sucks in my opinion. But I mean, we're talking about like late game here. We're talking about like end game, like level 300s. Yeah, it's not gonna do the greatest against them. But things like, you know, level, I don't know, 80s to 100s. Yeah, this thing's gonna still hold its ground pretty damn well. I mean, it shreds armor like an absolute beast. Anyway, this has been my review on the Scourge in Warframe. What do you guys think? Is there a better way to build it? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of this weapon, and I will also be doing a video on the Nell very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day. My name is M.C.I.K or CJ. Please let me know, is this gay? Is this bad to have this?